Let's see. We are on to game number 1. Welcome to Tarnished Deathmatch. m0re, the Skirm Master, the Skirm Enjoyer from Team Spain against Huggieg, who likes Siege and is starting with the Saracens. 2 stables and a bit of a slow build order. Huggieg not the quickest in pre-placing buildings. Xardas in Division 10 would have had already quintuple the amount of buildings here. But it will be only some stables into straight Mamelukes. So you want to get to that Mameluke SO really fast. And m0re is opening Cavalier versus Saracens. Oh boy. It's gonna be some wasted resources. Huggieg might even get a will pick here. Quick wall! But quick walls don't work because the Hussar just hits through them. And I don't think it even was built. No, that's just the foundation. Quick wall fails, and Huggieg gets the first kill in the series against m0re. Nobody going for the monument and the extra pop space right away. Therefore, having a little bit more wiggle room with the houses. Hi Lucky, hi Tipe, welcome Xardas, hi Legion. What are we watching? We're watching what I expected of m0re. But he will actually find a kill with the Cavalier. Huggieg's trying to dock. No, he will not. Just passing. Huggieg moved the way back for no reason. Camels are looking to defend now. Castle is up, shooting at the Cavalier as well. Could have come into that way. Nice quick ball from Huggieg. But no quick ball from this side. Could be saved in the TC. Saves the villager in the TC. Mamelukes are coming out. Siege Archers are now being queued. A little bit after the buildings went up. The villager on the dock went down to a halberdier. That's an interesting rushing unit. Huggieg secures the Royal Albert Hall. m0re with the first jump towards the gold and stone area in the south. And that's a big lake. Fish boom time! Can we get cannon gains in here? I want to see cannon gains in the southern lake. I think every 10th generation should have this pond. Hi Gamer. Gamer is a cat. Just needs jam. See, not just moving forward for Huggieg. What do we have to stop this? Bomber cannon in the queue, no own onagers for m0re. But I guess it's Portuguese PvC. And the halberdiers are doing good work. It's straight to Mameluke, so no other unit against the early halberdiers. No champion and no cav archers to start out with, just to deal with the halves. And that will cost Huggieg some camels, but he's not really overqueuing camels, only made like 30. He just wants to go straight into Mamelukes. You should have the time on this map, so I don't mind it too much. One camel still keeping the Royal Albert Hall for Huggieg. But the thing is, he will need to push back all these castles, and Portuguese bombard cannons could of course protect him. The SO have all gone down, now the Saracens are just going bombard cannons. Feel a bit outmatched in that regard. SO can also kill halberdiers, while bombard cannons can't really. The Mamelukes are there to snipe the bombard cannons, so I think SO behind the Mamelukes, and like you alternate which unit is at the front, should be stronger than bombard cannons. Hi Terz. How's it going? Is this a matchup to make missionaries? No, because there are no missionaries. Portuguese going full monk, that would be fun too. I've got some SO behind the Mamelukes. Huggieg needs to be a bit careful with microing them. He loves microing the battle as well though, so should be okay, and hopefully not shoot his own units. Camels still moving a little bit around. This castle hasn't been stopped though. Builder is still working on that one. And Huggieg jumps the organ guns. Not sure that's necessary. You can just protect your own siege. Which is no trebuchets. I guess in fear of the Portuguese BBC, but I'm a fan of always add trebuchets as well. Oh, what is this moving? Why are we even moving in there? Huggieg! Huggieg! No! There was no reason to move the Mamelukes forward. Wanted to snipe something, I guess. But the castle forwards regardless. But now the Mamelukes are dead. Yeah, that's why Huggieg can't afford to throw away the Mamelukes, because he doesn't. His civ is a lot. That's very expensive, right? Mamelukes are super expensive. The siege is very expensive as well. He can't afford to lose these numbers. m0re can just spam heavy. The organ guns aren't that expensive, and well, the bombard can's behind. Also has all the gold control. Oh boy. No Hussar as well. Now Hussar coming. We have the farm eco for it. Huggieg's trying to play water. We actually have an intense water fight here. Lots of Portuguese non-fast fire ships. I feel like, shouldn't you as a 2k6 armor be aware that Portuguese don't get fast fire? Do they at least get the text for them? They get siphons at least. Selling stone, Huggieg? Oh, I don't like that either. You need stone to secure the bottom side if you ever get there. But I think Huggieg just threw away his Mamelukes and therefore might not get there, because he has nothing but Mamelukes. Okay, maybe we can snipe some BBC now. Loses the castle though. I don't know. Heavy calf would be so good, but Saracens don't have that. I think you go CA? It's a matchup where you want CA. Not Persian ones though. Oh boy, the Portuguese bombard cannons are wrecking now. Yeah, Huggieg didn't really use the speed advantage of Saracens, right? Saracens should be at the bottom first. He dreamt of Mameluke SO. But it's very expensive to start out with, so you usually want to start out with something cheaper. And secure the south. JVST, wait until you see m0re's draft. But we also have to say that the Portuguese are winning Thames right now. So, at least without skirmishes. Porto STON, Division 3 upwards. Division, I don't know, not there, I guess. Yeah, now there's a lot of Portuguese hype. Pick them versus me. Well, I guess I enjoy Huggieg getting destroyed with better draft. He always beat me in DM. Huggieg getting destroyed with better draft happens more often than one would think. I think he just played, remember, Saracens. He played something you can do with Saracens, but that's not good in the matchup. Need to use the speed more. Instead of like trying to go for a death ball that basically countered by the Portuguese death ball. Do you have enough PBC? Huggieg's losing everything. Even lost the water. We've got elite cannon gains on the water now for m0re. A lot of them. I mean 5, but still more than we usually see. Lots of boating. Kind of promising for the series, but m0re won the water with Portuguese. I mean, why did he ban the water maps, you know? It's the end of the Mamelukes. It's also the end of the game. I think you have to go faster with m0re. I think so too. And you have to go faster in this matchup as well. I think just like... You have to open CA... maybe even CA and champions here. Just to secure the bottom side and then keep sniping the siege and keep it. But Huggieg was slower to the south. Huggieg was slower to the matchup, and m0re gets a win with the F tier civilization of the Portuguese. They are not, I don't really think they're quite F tier. They're better in 1v1s than their team games. So there was like an F tier civ. They're a decent hyper random civ. And I guess for armors, it's nice. They can't make many wrong units. But even if it was a Cavalier opening with Saracens, this should still not have worked. I don't know. GG though. Huggieg too slow on the draw. But actually, m0re's APM also isn't that high, but Huggieg only 38, which is pretty low for DM. Or like for high level DM, and div 4 is kind of high level. So m0re with the 1-0 on Huggieg's hometown map. The River of Thames is Spanish now. The Spanish Armada has succeeded. Obviously teal the winning color, as ever so often. And that's a late pick Portuguese winning against an early Saracens. Not a great start for Huggieg. Oh, this is Pharaoh music. That is true. Hilito guessing the game from 1999 correctly. Congratulations, you get 300 muscles. And game 1 will be on Savannah. They've already started, so I'll quickly guess some hamster sieves. And I have no clue what to do with m0re's draft. I'm just gonna keep predicting Bulgarians. There might be Akarai. But I think that's Lithuanians because of the relics. So Wu and Chinese don't really make any sense. So I guess I'm going Dravidians, but not on Savannah. He has too many water sieves. He banned all the water maps and then only picked water maps. It's gonna be Wu on land for some reason, right? So I'm predicting Wu versus Slavs. Or maybe Wu versus Turks. Or Gujaras. Wu versus... Play Slavs or Bengalis on Akarai? He does Bengalis, so I'm saying Wu versus Slav. Okay, never mind. We see elephants. Gambas up for game 2. Welcome to game 2. Huggieg on the Bengalis here on Savannah, and m0re is trying the Dravidians because they have good skirmishers. Lithuanians versus Bengalis. Pasta got 1 sip, right? Lithu and Dravidians, bless his heart. There you go, now Travesty saw the draft. So slow one more game, Huggieg, it's fine. Well, his Deathmatch should win this time though. And he should get it faster, but, well... Talking about the slowness, 2 villagers on 1 stable. 2 villagers on 1 range. And m0re already doing TCs! That's very confident with a no treadmill grain civilization. See if Huggieg can punish him finally. He's going for ranges himself. Has 1 Rex making champions, so kind of committing to like everything. Elephant archers, battle elephants, and champions. First elephants moving forward for the Bengalis. More villagers plus treadmill grain advantage should get a lot of army out a lot faster. Kind of chicken castle, a bit diagonally to the TC. It's still being built somewhere. Okay, I guess this villager now. But villager has fallen. War get chased back to the TC. Huggieg up in m0re's base early on here. Something he should have done in game 1 as well. The amount of siege workshops you're seeing from m0re is glaring 0. And I guess that is not true. Lucky comes liking, who is, I guess, a siege player now, after his last set. We'll finish the castle at least. That's good for m0re, but we've got a forward castle for Huggieg. Wants to keep the pressure up. Probably should stop streaming in here, maybe have like 2 different angles where he sends units in would make this a lot harder for m0re to get his elephant archers and halberdiers in position. Good halberdiers at least for the Dravidians. Huggieg might want to master a little bit more defender's advantage, kind of solid in these fights. Expansion is even happening for m0re this early on. Still no siege workshop, just pure help elephant archer. And he has went for the market. Okay, m0re is a marketer. Sold food. Sold food? Dravidians selling food? I think the civilization wants to sell wood, my man. Huggieg selling wood, that makes sense. He's still getting the prices for wood, even the second to the market. Both are elephants, so they should be selling a resource that elephants do not cost. But we've got the siege workshops now, somewhere. Yeah, here at the bottom, only one producing though. And Huggieg is rolling in with his elephants. Skirms? No skirms. Wrong skirm call. Oh, Huggieg is making skirms. What? How are not the Dravidians the ones making skirms? No, I built it all up with m0re dying with skirms. Not Huggieg winning with skirms. It's obviously only winning because of the skirms, Kappa, but still. I mean, just make something. It's an all-in, right? He's making some TCs, but the main part is the all-in. Huggieg needs to be careful not to waste all his army, though. The siege launchers are now out for m0re. Should probably wait for the trebuchets to do the work and not go in as much. The skirms are actually fighting the elephant archers. m0re seeing the skirmishers must start his own skirms now, right? He has 100 halberdiers. Ooh, all of food is in halberdiers and elephant archers in the queue. Trying to get units out quickly. The high amount of production buildings? Well, 7-4. It's actually not that high. But never mind that. I want to compliment him for a high amount of buildings to survive here, but he doesn't have a high amount of buildings. Elephant archers. Huggieg, have you heard of staggered formation? Apparently Huggieg has not. Would have helped a lot there against the shots. Now lost all his battle elephants. Diving in very deep with his units. The trebuchets just are kind of an afterthought because we really want to fight without the siege under the castles. Huggieg has made 0 siege as well. Huggieg no onagers whatsoever. Like, I don't know. Am I wrong or in thinking that Legion and Superman Arm Rusher might destroy Division 4? I think Team India is better than a lot of people above their division. But Huggieg's pressure is there. The castle does fall finally to the late trebuchets. Loses a castle here though. Lose or delete. 2305. 2800. Okay, it was deleted. Good reaction by Huggieg, but Huggieg, don't lose your elephant archer mass. Elephant archers are an illusion. You think they never die, and then they're all dead, and then you don't have resources. Oh, Huggieg killed the castle, but I think he blew it. He blew it by just do things for a reason. Do things for a reason. There was no reason to fight here. Could just sit around the trebuchets and wait. Nobody has resources, but m0re has 92 to 40 army now. Huggieg's dead. And we could talk about how Dravidians won that. Or we could talk about how skirms lost Huggieg the game. Or as a Q2, yep. And more villagers. Okay, now it's tomorrow's time to dive a castle, but it's only one castle and there's no production for Huggieg. Now he's making the onagers. Now he's making the onagers. If only we had those earlier. And if only we just stayed around our trebuchets with our massive army. People think I've got so much army, I go in when all they need to do is retreat and chill around their traps and the opponent can't do anything. I think it's fine to say it when they're losing, no? What's bad is just asking people to make them. And as you can see, I don't make the rules here. Dravidians better, elephants better, siege better, better skirms. Yeah. The better thing about Dravidians here was not making skirms. That made their skirms better, that they were not produced. While Huggieg wasted his last food, which is completely killing him right now, on skirms. Instead of just putting it to villagers. So he can reproduce. Also by throwing his army, obviously. m0re is just 66 armies stomping Huggieg now. The thing is, Huggieg will always say, oh, I was so outclassed because they're so high elo after the set. And I think that means he never watches back the series. And it's so easy fixable mistakes for Huggieg. He has like the base knowledge, but he does these kinds of mistakes, like setting everything in. Just like 1-2 wrong decisions, like a wrong build order at times. And that just costs him a lot of games. You did, bro. Indeed, Greek. He would rather not give up, because he's sniping bombard cannons. Missing siege engineers though, no treadmill, let's bisschen Begani. Okay, Zhao, Lucky isn't being that serious, he just supports them. It's obviously it's supposed to be a civ win for Bengalis. And if I have the time to change Ratha mode in DM, you know there's a very easy solution to Ratha for DM Legion. Don't make them. Or make them as a CA unit behind your elephants. You don't need to switch the mode then. But just go battle elephant Ratha, that's doable. If you don't want to spend all your food like Huggieg did on double elephant unit. I think it might even be better sometimes to go Ratha battle elephant simply and just forget about the Ele archers. I think in this matchup, might have been fine as well. Just needs to kill the Heavadiers, right? I would have liked like champ Ele in this matchup actually. Is Siege Engineer Otter better than regular SO? It depends. One has more range, one does more damage, right? So if they fight straight away against each other, the Onagers can do fine, as Huggieg does kind of finally call it. If they are shooting at other units that aren't opponents' Onagers, then the Siege Onagers are better. Well, KD was close, but there were Heavadiers for m0re and only expensive units for Huggieg. And they all went to die in m0re's base. And if Huggieg just stays around his trebuchets, he wins the game. Easy lesson to be learned if Huggieg watches it back. Which I have the feeling he doesn't watch back the casts, because he never... Because if he would, I would think I would notice it in the next sets of him. And I have a feeling he keeps doing the same mistakes. Savannah. Home map goes to m0re. Huggieg, big fan of picking the opponent's home map. It was the final civilization beating a higher pick again. But Huggieg still has Spanish, Slavs, and Gujaras, and Turks. While m0re has used... I mean, still has Chinese, I guess. But Chinese will be against Spanish. And then he has to play either Wu or Lithuanian somewhere. So you can definitely get some points still. And also win the set. We're going to Akarai. And I'm convinced this will be Lithuanians for m0re, simply because of the relic up top thought. And Huggieg will go Slavs. I hope he doesn't do Gujaras now. Let's get into game 3. Do you think m0re gets both of his castles? Ooh, good question. Maybe that should be the prediction. Quick 1-minute prediction. 20-second prediction if he gets his castles. There's no 20 seconds predictions, I guess. I was right about the Swiss, Slavs vs Lith. Huggieg can take this. Come on. Don't fuck this one up, Huggieg. Maybe I should cast Huggieg Rex so he watches. Rude. Nuclear pasta. Rude. Also, why? Welcome to Akarai! Slavs for Huggieg versus Lithuanians for m0re. What speaks against Slavs on Akarai? Boyas are a great unit. m0re is getting castles! Prepared player. Even has a special strategy to go for the 5 relics that are all in the same spot with Lithuanians. Is it a good strategy? No. But is it a prepared one? Yes. I mean, it's okay. Lighters are good. Boya actually against Lighters isn't too great though, right? I think generally Boya are great, but against Lighters they kind of lose their bonus. They don't benefit as much because of that? Yeah, but... You still get Boyas and Siege is good on the map. Not necessarily versus Lith though, yeah, maybe. Huggieg's also being a bit rushed. If it is now in production, you do still need a lot of houses on the maps. I think the Slav bonus is still useful. Thank you so much for the raid, Frost. Welcome to Huggieg versus m0re. And welcome there, people coming from Deathmatch team games and 1v1s. I think the Slav one is really useful on this map. I don't blame you guys. You produce from the start. Yeah, sure, you don't have to make the house right away, but having more pop space is really good. I always get housed when I play Otter. Where are the Siege workshops though? Why so many Helvetiers? I mean, guess for the lighters. Full hand cannoneer for the Lithuanians. I didn't even know they get them, but I never know which civ gets hand cannoneers. So that's not really new. Where's the Siege? Huggieg! Oh my god. Huggieg isn't making any Siege workshops. Can't just play Boya Alp here. Not against Liv. Not against hand cannons. He really just likes you? Oh, just like you, because he avoids siege so hard. He's going for monks? He's overthinking Lithuanians, and that's completely made him forgot what he's actually supposed to do here. Just make a siege. Death ball and win. Help SO! Lithuanians die. GG. Bye bye. They're former cannons. m0re can micro shit out of that, I guess. Oh, yes, secure the top. Getting a monastery up top for m0re. Triple monastery in the base. I have to comment, Huggieg, though. Monasteries in the base. Finally. Finally, someone wanting to bring the relics back. And Slav monks are perfect for that. Got the fast monks. Clear counter to the Lithuanians. Not the civ bonus many think about, but I converted cannon gains on Thames with them. They're amazing. Huggieg wasting some Boya though. Did get 6 kills, so wasn't a waste all the time. These are wasted, but he got some kills earlier, so that's really nice. Unfortunately, still behind in villagers though. Siege workshops now 1 knowledge on the field. Oh no, Huggieg is wasting all his army before he gets the siege out again, isn't he? It's the same story as the last game. Well, the one onager gets a decent shot at the hand cannoneers. Huggieg has gotten 2 relics. At least the army is a bit cheaper now with so many Helvetiers. 3 onagers now. Why do only 2 workshops as Slav? You've got cheap siege. Is there a reason to have only 2 workshops? No. Go 8. Maybe not 8, but maybe 6. A higher number than 2, a higher number than 4. But the fights are okay. Slav infantry, Boyas are still strong units with everything that is not a lighters. We've got only 10 lighters on the field. Now more light GI, I guess, which is the correct rule. coming up. We have the relic fight up top as well. Monk's trying to move there for m0re. Monks will catch the last 2 relics. But this monk will die. Boya's out of position. Relic heist almost complete. Will prevent most of the bonus. Lithuanians will be worse on the attack on their paladins and gliders than if they had the last attack upgrade. Huggieg still with 108 army, diving the hand cannons with the boyas, because siege is just a decoration. But at least the trap numbers are there this time. High end wealth. He had 3 last game. Oh, m0re resigns. Significantly more villagers. Still res in the bank. He's losing his army. He doesn't have any wrecks. I think the GG is legitimate just because m0re doesn't have barracks. That's more the type of... Okay, the GG is legitimate because of this. There we go. There we go. That's what I wanted from this set. Lithuanian skirmisher trying to throw a javelin while the player controlling them has lost. That's what we're here for. m0re noticed he has lost the moment he made skirps. Which is correct. Whenever you are forced to make skirps in a DM game, you have lost already. There's more of them here. Idly standing by. I mean, they have these long sticks, right? They should be just make a siege wall with that, a spear wall with that or something. But no! They're just able to throw it or like have it stand idle. GG, Huggieg takes it home with the Slavs. Not such a bad civ on Akarai after all. Securing the relics, demoralizing the opponent by having the better holiness, and then moving in with their nobility. More with more kills actually, and better eco, but the worst unit choices and worst production building choices. No heaviest against the boya, and boya kind of to be accepted. Also, we didn't see enough lighters. I think lighters can like beat the boya, but we went pure hand cannoneers. I think it's just the hand cannoneers angle really that didn't make much sense against Slavs. And then obviously the skirm angle as well. Lithuanians as the first pick. I'm so surprised they didn't get a win. And Huggieg has made this a series. Wins his home map of Akarai. Remaining maps Terrace and Lagoon. And we are going to Terrace, where m0re doesn't have a civ. m0re is out of Terrace civs. Huggieg should play Gujaras, but will play Turks. And m0re picks Bulgarians. And I think against Bulgarians, maybe Turks might be even better, because you have the bombard cannons that are quite good against Bulgarians. So I'm saying Turks, Bulgarians, because obviously Fu and Chinese are just options for Lagoon, right? But I like Turks a lot more on the map than Bulgarians. Can be a fine matchup for Bulgarians, but Terrace is a map where Turks shine and Bulgarians are kind of too slow. Let's go into game number 4. Huggieg with the reverse sweep angle. I am not Mundi, so I'm not cutting it short after Huggieg gets his first win and casts some RM. It's not crap, but cast an RM tournament instead. I will stick to DM. I will stick to m0re versus Huggieg. 2-1 for m0re. Still a match point for him, but Huggieg on a backward trajectory, picking an amazing civilization, the Gujaras, in game number 4. Huggieg not the greatest rusher though, so let's see. And if he can use the camel and elephant production speed bonus of the Gujaras wisely. He is making camels. Well, some are good to defend the Hussar. Like to see some riders for the rush after those. He is quick walling. Deletes the quick wall a bit too early. Bonus camel on the camel should save the villager. Does save the villager. While Huggieg forces some idle time on the opposing side. We don't have any crab posts. We don't have any crab posts. Production speed for the Gujaras. like to see riders. I think riders could even end the game here perhaps with this build-up, but it is the Camelinos and not the faster moving unit out. Elite Elephant Archers being planned as well, and we do have an earlier siege workshop than last game for Huggieg, going for the media armor camels that don't really do much against the bonus damage of Halberdiers. Can he get the villagers? Kind of passing by them, commits to one there. The attack isn't the greatest on Gojara camels, but 2 villager kills. No crab host, no castle for m0re. It's just pure help siege here. I guess if you don't make the crab host, you're a bit faster to the hill and everything. And Halberdiers can be a bit annoying to deal with for Gojaras before they have an elephant archer mass. Now the camels are making a go-around maneuver. Elephant archer numbers are getting up. Huggieg's heavily housed at 35. Ooh, no. That's kind of costing him all his bonus. Only 1 villager on houses. Other villagers going to Terces. No. Well, very focused on the rush. Hasn't killed anything more so far. No market usage yet for m0re. Armor spotted. Palisade walls in place. Elephant archers and even a bombard cannon moving in. Huggieg has some more pop space now, but the elephant archer numbers could be so much bigger if he wasn't getting housed. And the bombard cannon could shoot and deny the castle. Camel now killing the castle villager. The ram is causing some issues. We don't have many melee units here. Camel's just kind of going to die. Ooh. Huggieg isn't playing the best today. And pure help SO play. 8 villager deaths now, so we missed the side camels finding a lot of villager kills. But kind of late, so not as impactful anymore. Chakram throwers will help against the Halberdiers. The elephant archer mass a bit too slow to come out. Build order also seems very tiny, right? 4 only? That's like too small of a build order. We've got the advantage to get units out fast with Gojaras, sure, but like, I want a few more, and Huggieg keeps throwing his camels into the Halberdiers. Oh, just the eternal forward trickle every game. Yeah, he's always out of rest so quickly, because he keeps... Yeah, he doesn't respect his units' lives at all. And Gojaras should try to use the market, I think. A very sneaky ram push go around. Ram filled with Halberdiers for m0re is kind of raiding. We do have the ram help place at the front. Where's the siege for Huggieg? It's only bombard cannons? Very expensive as well. Onagers are a lot cheaper and achieve better results with rams. Oh, the castle will stand at least. Shrivamsha would be so much better, yeah, but people never make Shrivamsha. I've seen it. Every time I see someone play Gojaras, then I say like, okay, they're gonna have a great Shrivamsha rush here. They don't do it. Legion, you're legit the first person that starts learning TDM and instantly understands all these little details. I think maybe you're my secret pick for dethroning Frost. Castle gets, I think, deleted once again. Yeah, Huggieg always is good in time to delete his castles. We wait the villager, but let's go. That's the way to go. Now I want to cast that set when finally riders are being made. So don't tell me too much about it. The elephant archer mass has grown to around 50. The rams are a problem because Huggieg doesn't have any other units and he has 6 on gold as his whole eco. I don't know, Huggieg... I think Huggieg had better macro. I've seen better macro of him. Like, today he's not really macroing as well. Maybe playing 2 sets like kind of after each other wasn't the smartest decision. Because I've seen Huggieg being sharper. Also with the macro. Against Solado Shack, I feel like he looked a lot better. But then Olatashek doesn't macro at all, so it's easier to look better with macro there. Now the Siege Onager ram play is progressing. The rams are dying to the chakrams, but that allows the Siege Onagers to get some shots off. Oh, m0re is sleeping. I need to be very quick. High APM on the ads there. I should move on to the castles with the SO. Huggieg is doing a good job targeting that. Chakrams should be able to clear the siege rams. Huggieg still has the center control. Is kind of actually getting ahead in villagers now, because m0re is also not macroing amazingly. It can be kind of a bit hard to build up the economy on this map. Because you kind of need to move out early to the side resources, and then you get denied there a lot, like it happened here with the castle. First castle, I think, for m0re. That is forward outside the base. He's going for another one on that, and has another one here. So I really like m0re's map control approach. Going for the hilltops there. That can be super strong on this map. And Huggieg is now kind of locked into the center because he's surrounded by the castles. Good night, gamer. Maxi with the flex of his rocks. Let's go. Flexing that is not timeouted right now. Archers counter rams. Yeah, you should make them next time we meet in a tournament against rams. Oh no, the elephant archer! GG. That reminds me of Gamer vs Riot. All the elephant archers walk into the Helvetiers is how the game ends. Honestly, m0re is in a great position all around already, but really love the heal control, the expansion by m0re, the attack from 3 angles, and Huggieg not a good Jara expert, and obviously that just completely seals the deal that he lost the elephant archers there. But the position was great on the map for m0re anyways. And now comes the phase where Huggieg waits to call the GG, so we can wait a little bit less. Because I'm getting a visit soon. Of a player playing in Tarnished Deathmatch Season 7. Do you have guesses for who will visit me in in an hour, basically? He's trying to remass the elephant archers. Spoiler, it will not happen. And dead again. GG called. m0re takes the series. Is it a Germany B player? No. Jim Belushi. I wish, or I would hate that, or I would be indifferent towards that. One of the three. 17k res collected, more for one of the players. Now I need to Google who that is. 3-1 for m0re. Oh no, my headset battery is giving up as well. Maybe it can hold one more game. Oh! So I guess that would be cool. I was just checking if there's some problematic stuff at the end of this Wikipedia article to be sure. It's not Jim Belushi, no. I just said someone that is playing in TDM 7 will visit me, and apparently Kiki has secret knowledge that Jim Belushi is playing in TDM 7. With Warcraft, there's actually one relatively well-known German actor that's kind of the best German Warcraft 3 player as well. But I don't think we have the same in AV2. Is anyone an actor who's playing high level AV2? We're going to Lagoon. It's the final map. It should be China versus Spanish. And let's go. High level? No, I didn't say my visitor was high level. I just asked the general question. My visitor's playing in TDM set. A chess grandmaster and a dancer. Who's the dancer? Welcome to game 5. Huggieg looking for a secondary point with the Spanish, and he will play against m0re's Chinese. Little suspense because I need to pee and there's an ad. Be right back. Dark is a professional dancer. Also a professional something else. I should not. I should not. But the dancer is cool. Welcome to game 5 between m0re and Huggieg. We've got the Spanish versus Chinese, so we will find out what is better, Luchuans and dragon ships, or Spanish cannon galleons. I believe we saw it once before. Was it a Maxi set? I think Maxi might have won this matchup with Spanish cannon galleons. FedEx is the chess grandmaster, I knew that one. Black Rose favors the cannon gains. We've got the fast Chinese start, of course, and also the fast Spanish start. Huggieg with a dock in the middle, but a lot more docks in the middle for the player that is aptly called. And we've got some docks on the other side as well. Huggieg also going for plenty of shipperinos on the double water map, water in the middle and hybrid terrain on the outside here. Carrack start should be good against the dragon boats, but don't have that many Carracks on the middle. A lot of Carracks on the outside terrain though. Halberdiers being added in as a land unit. Huggieg just completely ignoring land units. He hasn't even made anything. He hasn't made a single production building. What are you gonna do with your food, Huggieg? Okay, I guess we're selling it. I guess that's the solution. You sell the food to go only Navy, only Spanish cannon galleons. I mean, if you have Spanish cannon galleons, that can work. I think nowadays you do need land units on hybrid terrain, but maybe not with Spanish. In the middle though, Luchuans are wrecking everything. In low numbers, I think they're quite good. Also, they can kill buildings instantly, which is really nice. Smart guy with a 7-stream streak. Let's go. A lot of professional software developers. That doesn't count. I asked for actors. Cannigans can shoot with hill advantage here on the Luchuans as well. Cannigans should outrange them. 15 range versus, I think they only have 10 on their anti-ship attack. So that's kind of the biggest advantage of the Spanish cannon galleon. That one kind of depends on micro though, because you need to stay outside the range. I actually want to find out if they have the 13 or not. Yeah, they're only shooting at this distance, and I think the blob is higher, right? I'm not sure which one the blob shows. The blob is a lot smaller, so this must be a 10 blob and this is a 15 blob. No, I don't think this is a 13. But Huggieg gets cleaned up. More ships, still better than less ships. And we've got the Halberdiers in the south. Also doinking away, finding some indirect value by making Huggieg snipe his own units, but he figures out he has supremacy villagers and can therefore just box them down. Let's go. My boxing mod keeps this uninstalling though, sadly. Huggieg losing on water feels familiar. What? Huggieg losing on land feels more familiar to me. Water usually doesn't lose as much. When did he lose on water? Okay, these fast fire ships are a bit misplaced. Huggieg has a lot less ships than m0re. A lot of those are in the middle though. Where m0re is adding fishing ships for food actually, I think. They should be oystering. Well, one is oystering. Food is kind of plentiful here. Huggieg now with another fire ship, cannon gain army. I think pure cannon gain is better, no? Are the other ships really worth it? They're a meat shield, sure, but they don't really do much against the Lutrons. Last week versus you and Hastur in the Castle Rush Duo's turn. Yeah, it was 2v2. Maybe it was his partner to blame. And Kennigan's cleaning the inside fleet, but that's not really relevant. While m0re is pushing from the south now. Huggieg has good numbers in the north, but they're split up. And I don't think you can pass through here, so his meat shield is kind of far away from the Kennigans because they patrolled onto the ships in the wrong lake. Honestly, they're shooting back at this range. I think they have 13 range. Yeah, okay, they have 13 range on both their projectiles. The 10 range thing was wrong. Oh, and my headset just died. Oh. I can cast game 5 like this. That's okay. Might be some double sound, but I think it's pretty low. So, should be filtered out. And m0re killing castles here from the south actually. Huggieg has won the northern fight, but lost quite a few ships. And doesn't really have an economy to speak of. 9 on gold, 9 on wood. The other side, it's mainly fishing eco though for m0re as well. And a lot of that is on food, which is not really a resource he is using right now. He's buying gold. Huggieg still has the stronger fleet maybe on the outside. I think most of the ships for m0re are on the inside. If you hear the game sound double or something, let me know, then I can turn it down further. It's base 10 range versus units, but they get plus range from electric line. And how much is it with buildings? Ah, so this only shows the arrow line? Or do they just have 13 versus buildings as well? I guess they just have 13 versus everything. You don't hear any game sound? It's just 13. Lucky comes here's game sound. Yeah, I think it's there. I don't want it that loud. Huggieg's chilling now, yes. The stronger fleet, he should be attacking, no? Huggieg's kind of waiting for summer to come, summer to pass. Summer to pass, rather, it's way too hot. They do benefit from siege engineers, but obviously not for Chinese, yeah. Yeah, I know that. Spanish cannon gains as well don't have siege engineers. So they do lack range on other cannon gains, but they're still way better, obviously. With ballistics and faster firing. And like faster projectiles. They're also faster firing, I think, right? Gunpowder units attack faster. So it's both. Some more Lutrons have been massed in the base alongside with dragon ships. I think we have own fires here and demos. Let's go! The counter to Heavadiers actually. One of both that counters Heavadiers and demos. Obviously a pretty costly counter. Huggieg taking the hill advantage, but needs to shoot. Needs to shoot. You could kill those dragon ships if you just shoot Huggieg. But he micros away before he can shoot, therefore limiting his damage output. Wants to wait for more demos. But now the helps are gone, right? Most of them. So I would like a Carrack mid shield here just to have something against the dragon chips maybe? In the south, land units are trying to push. Even a ram added in. Huggieg going traps? Why would you ever make traps instead of cannon cannons? I guess it's easier with the gather points or something. Carracks are trying to defend the siege, but unfortunately the siege was on land, so the Heavadiers could doink it down and the Carracks couldn't range it. We even have Kongs here now as all the ships are in the north. Demo shots coming in, clearing the helps and the dragon ships. Demo's still valid. Huggieg has been always trashing on demos just so he can use them himself, and people are surprised. Already made a meme about that, about the set with GG out, where they also played Lagoon. Dragon ships will be shot, I think. Oh, maybe they get one. Charge attack helping out there. Dragon ships are very powerful. No Carracks up north. More fighting out down south, where the players have somehow decided that boats are only relevant in the top fight, not at the bottom fight. And we're fighting Heavadiers versus champions and conquistadors now. m0re is trying to push here. While he's holding back Huggieg up north, who's still doing demos. Carracks would be a lot easier, I think, against the dragon ships, but I guess the demos are better versus the Heavadiers. There's that. The most efficient demos, but does kill them. m0re microing the dragon ships a lot to dodge the Spanish cannon game projectiles. Is going for another castle here. How's the gold access for Huggieg? I don't see anything. This is a gold they're fighting over. There is another gold where Huggieg is taking a little bit. 1,700 left there. Claims he has more villagers on gold. Oh, here are a lot behind the castle. Okay, that's also still some gold remaining there, I think. 1k3, so not too much. Huggieg might run out of gold soon. m0re obviously has all the oysters in the middle, so there's still 9k gold for him. So Huggieg is on a timer. And that might make you worried if you're a Huggieg fan, because m0re has some pushing in the south. Huggieg not really progressing in the north. The cannon gains with insufficient meat shield, and I don't know why. I mean, I guess he's making too many demos, but he could just produce like 50 Carracks here, and 50 Carracks plus the 10 cannon gains, I think, kill everything. But Huggieg's too Carrack averse there. Maybe he saw that on Super Mad Arm Rusher's YouTube video they were called carrots, and he didn't want to make carrots. Yeah, Huggieg suffering from Oracle syndrome. 200 pop is a hoax, according to him. m0re is at 200 though. But at least a lot of the pop is idle in the middle. That's actually so many ships. He should delete everything that's not a loot run here, or a fishing ship. Fishing ships also still being on food, and shorefish on the opposite end. Oh boy. Obviously a lot going on, and that's the detail. You just make the fishing ships and forget about them. Huggieg back to pushing. With a big insistence on demos, but there's so many dragon ships here, I don't think this push will really last long. Huggieg has made it to a 200 pop though, we have to comment upon that. Demos trying to find value versus the dragon ships. Carracks would make it too easy. Defense against these. That stone is not safe for taking with the middle control of m0re, who is apparently stream sniping because he just deleted all the boats in the middle, exactly like I said. Huggieg pushes back this castle with a trap mass. And I still don't understand why we're not just going cannon gains in the south. Like, cannon gains would kill Lutrans, would kill Chukunu, cannon gains would kill Trebuchets, cannon gains would kill everything here. Why is Huggieg not producing from these docks just cannon gains in the south, and from these docks he needs to do Carracks from the north, and then he's completely fine. Until he runs out of gold, but if he does that, I think he can finish the game before. But he's playing champ Kong Trap here. Onager even instead of... There's some invisible barrier that allows Huggieg to only make ships at the top, and I guess the same invisible barrier for m0re to only make ships at the top, because if m0re would do dragon ships here, he could also kill all of this. The players have somehow agreed ships are on the northern part of the map and in the middle. The south is land unit zone. How? Why? What? I feel like demos are good to get an advantage in a fight, not effectively trade kills. Yep. I agree with that. Making traps on this map is crazy as Spanish. Making on it just is even crazier. All of them are dying to Chukunu, which should also not really be a unit on this map, I think. Cavalry, halberdiers, and ships. Don't think other units exist on Lagoon. Elephant archers, maybe. And I'm counting battle elephants under cavalry. Chukunu push on Lagoon working against Spanish. Huggieg is playing his opponent's home civ, and Huggieg was always good with Spanish on Swamp, but something in his brain said that it's not allowed to make ships in the south on Lagoon. And he's out of gold now. Still has somewhat of a push up north, but it's just killing. He's getting relics. Okay, missionaries with relics. I like the usage of the donkey. Like, he already has 2 relics. He might have that advantage. The issue is there's oysters in the middle. And there's still 9k in golden oysters. So if you lose the middle, you are on a timer on Lagoon. Because there's more gold in the middle than on the outside, I think. Dragon boats are still in place. Can push this back once more. Maybe the castle will fall this time at least. Yeah, the castle will at least fall. Halberdiers, that's a good unit against dragon ships as well. Carracks or Halberdiers. Oh, but Huggieg isn't looking. No, the cannon galleons. There mustn't helps go in. Take a good fight. Helps are very effective against well, okay, not at the end. Once the dragon ships were still firing at something else, the helps were effective. Huggieg clears it. Oh, Huggieg has noticed. Huggieg has remembered you are allowed to make ships in the south. He is pushing everything back with the cannons now. The Chukunu are trying to fight them. The Chukunu will get so wrecked here. The complete solution to the land army has finally been found. Huggieg is now going cannons in the south. It changes everything about this fight. Suddenly, Huggieg is completely winning on this side of the map. Even defense with the Halberdiers. Yeah, we need more land units up top and more water units down the bottom. Huggieg has found the balance they needed now. Might still get these sniped though, but the Halberdiers are at least doing good damage against the other units. Yeah, not paying attention here. And this dragon ship will take out this push, but Huggieg can push in the south now. Guess didn't want to run into the loot ones, but you can still shoot at them with ill advantage and range advantage. That's an interesting position for a fish trap for m0re. I am not sure how you are expecting to catch fish in this position anyways. The famous rockfish, I guess. They are very heavy metal. Maybe now pushing back for m0re at the top. Huggieg is contractually only allowed to have cannon gains on one spot on the map. And now it is changed from north to south. I assume Ashur likes the rockfish. Not to be confused with stockfish. Dragon ships in waiting and therefore in dying. But the gold advantage is big. The relic advantage isn't as big. 3-1. Oysters. I guess now there's a little bit of a timer for m0re. He needs to win with the Oyster Gold before Huggieg can win with the Relic Gold. That's a bit of a stretch though, there's so many Oysters. Huggieg is making Hussar and Halberdiers, which aren't bad units on this map. Maybe need them a bit earlier. More demos in the south, more now going for a big fleet there. Lots of dragon ships and Lutruans. More now switched completely off the land units, going for kind of investing his gold into the strong ships that he has available. Have we had a Lagoon Wood game yet? It kind of runs out quickly on Lagoon actually. 34k left. And it's kind of running out for Huggieg a little. Forward wood villagers are dying, but Huggieg has a wood bank. I guess if it comes to wood, Huggieg has a big lead. 20k in the bank. It's a very good KD as well. But at times he just doesn't have enough army and now he's out of gold and those are the last cannon gains. I don't think we're gonna go to a wood game. I think m0re is pushing on both fronts now with the dragon ships up top and one Lutruan, and now he can push at the bottom with the Lutruans as well. Tough one for Huggieg. I think it's a 4-1. Squeezes out some more fast fires. Why not Carex? Carex can get into the minimum range of Lutruans, then they're good. Maybe like 1-2 fires to lead and then Carex kill this? Or just like Hussars form this, honestly. He has the food for that. He even has stables nearby, no? Ah no, all the stables are up top. Well, one stable is up top, the other ones have died. I think they're both underrating land units a bit. Land units are pretty good now. I mean, not the Tukunu land units. Cavalry and heavy. Not champions and Tukunu. And not Kongs. Everything that tanks ships way, basically. It is stuff like Paladin, Hussar, Elephant. I guess 7 military. Unfortunately, this is over. Chinese? Underestimated by some. Maybe overestimated by others, but estimated well enough by m0re. Okay, we'll play it out a little. Dragon ships turning wildly as they kill the farms. But m0re still has not much gold income. Okay, burnt through the oysters. 1k8 only left in oysters, but I think the 74 army that he has right now is enough to end the game. Huggieg afforded some more cannon gains. Okay, maybe we can make a last hold happen and win with the relics. 3-1 lead still. Where's the final relic? We'll look after this fight that Huggieg might actually win, because he is making Carex now finally. Huggieg arrives at the right conclusion for what he needs to do. He just does it 20 minutes after he needed it. For the second time in this game. Okay, so here in the south. What is this? I guess oysters. And GG is called. Huggieg took another nice fight, but now more army comes for m0re, or more navy comes, and m0re takes 4 more games than Huggieg. GG. Congratulations to the player of Team Spain. And I will get ready now for my visitor, who also played DM Nations Cup and made it further than Team Spain. They might have even his team might have even beaten Team Spain. Its series was as close as the score indicated. Yeah, I think the score is pretty representative. Yeah. m0re playing well. Huggieg. Seen better versions of Huggieg. Maybe the 7 hours is suboptimal, something... I don't know. Was it sleep or something? Chinese win against the Spanish. And Legion is the champion. So who's the guest? It's of course the most important member of Team Austria. You might not know him because he's an unknown player. Khufu is casting TDM as well, so I will send you over there. He's casting you right now, Legion. And you're here regardless. Making me happy, but let's watch Legion play. Legion versus Faili going on Khufu's